Fight man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
All right, we back, and Abel Sanchez has some words on Andy Ruiz and boxing scene taking on Deontay Wilder. Let's talk about it. Check out the heavyweight boxing playlist and the boxing news playlist. And his words wasn't too kind to his former stablemate, or former coach, Abel Sanchez, man. And Abel Sanchez is running amok. All right, and I'm trying to pull it up right now. I should have already had to pull it up, but do appreciate everybody for tapping in. Share the videos. That's the best way to help me out, is share those videos and subscribe and donate. We also got Venmo now, same as Cash App, CJ Good 313. So Venmo help you out. Cash App was supposed to give me like $15 to join the Venmo. That didn't happen, but and I created before the deadline. But it is what it is. So see if we can find this article, which I thought it was in Boxing Scene. Here we go. It is. So it's a little bit later. It says, Abel Sanchez, Ruiz does not want Wilder's right now. Okay. He'll get slapped. Abel Sanchez, former trainer of former Unified heavyweight champion Andy Ruiz, does not expect a Mexican boxer to fight someone like Deontay Wilder in the near future. All right. He says Ruiz captured the IBF, WBA, WBO, IBO titles back in June of 2019. When he shocked the world by stopping Anthony, the big bad Joshua, in 7 rounds. Joshua reclaimed his titles 6 months later. And when he outboxed Andy Ruiz over 12 rounds, Ruiz, with the new trainer Eddie Reynoso, returned to the ring in May and won a tough decision over countryman Chris Arreola. But during the fight, Arreola had his own share of success as Ruiz was rocked and dropped. Wilder was scheduled to challenge WBC champion Tyson Fury July 24th when the fight was pushed back. When Tyson Fury tested positive for COVID-19, both sides are now looked to reschedule the fight for October. In a recent interview, Ruiz has mentioned the desire to face top names like Wilder. Sanchez does not believe that. Quote, he doesn't want Wilder. He'll be flattened on his back and will be hurt. Tyson Fury is special talent. Andy Ruiz is not yet. Okay, Sanchez told Fight Hub. Wilder can do the same things that Arreola did in dropping Ruiz, but it would be 10 times harder and he'll be asleep. Sanchez is hoping that Reynoso will continue to improve Ruiz and make him a top heavyweight. He says Ruiz will have to train in the exact manner as Reynoso's top student, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Quote, I'm hoping he goes to continue the discipline with Eddie. If Eddie can get it out of him, I think he'll be a better fighter. Right now, he's still marginal in top boxing. In his athletics, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, or boxing, you can't train for 2 months, then take 2 months off and go party and get fat and go back and do it again, Sanchez said. Quote, continue quote, that's been his MO, and that just can't be. He's got to get back in the gym just like Canelo does. Every time you see Canelo fight, he's right back in the gym the next week. That's the modern athlete. That's what these athletes have to do. If Andy chooses not to do that, then it's going to be the same Andy all the time. Continue quote, no improvement, no further development. He's not that hard to hit. He wasn't hard to hit in the gym. He got fast hands and great skills. Those 2 things are not going to make you a world champion again. He caught Joshua on an off night, and he had his best night that he could ever have. And he became champion. I hope he doesn't expect it to be that easy again. So Abel Sanchez coming with that fire, with that ether. But he said Abel Sanchez didn't even train him. He said he left him like paper notes of what to do in the gym. So he said he didn't even really train him, and maybe that's part of the reason why he didn't train him. Maybe that's part of the big reason he didn't train him, because he has no discipline. And as a boxer, you have to have discipline. That's imperative. You got to be back in the gym, especially if you ain't fighting 3 or 4 times a year like they did back in the day. That's what, if you fought in February, you back in the gym in May. All right, you got to get right back in the gym. Enjoy yourself, party, eat a little bit. 3 weeks, you got to be right back in the gym. And, with these guys fighting once or twice every year, or once a year, you got to have that discipline that Gary Russell had. In shape, in the gym. Today's fighter use the gym to stay sharp. All right, they use the gym to stay smart. And that's the difference. If they fought, Andy Ruiz would probably be in shape all the time if he had a consistent schedule. But today, everybody following PBC, fight once or twice a year. PBC do that because they ain't got enough fight days. There's no excuses for top-ranked fighters and the zone fighters to be doing the same unless they have a lack of fight days. So that's why, this is really showing you who really dedicated and who not. Charlos, Gary Russell, Canelo Alvarez, these people are dedicated. They back in the gym doing their thug thizzle, doing their drink, give them a two-step. They working on their craft. Now other fighters ain't doing the same. And this is where a lot of these guys are getting in trouble with, they not staying in the gym. And even staying in the gym, that's not enough neither, because a real fight hones your skills. Ain't no other way to get better at the top level than it is. The only way to get better is to fight in a real fight. Not sparring. People don't even know more injuries occur in sparring than anything. That's a fact. More injuries happen in sparring than anything. That's what these people don't understand. Sparring, you trying to get in shape or whatever it may be, more injuries happen there. So some of these fighters got to understand that. Andy got to stay in shape. Andy got to, get the belt. And then he already fighting an uphill battle. They saying Andy Ruiz is like 6'1", 6'2". Some people said he not. So they saying that Andy is 6'2". And some people say he ain't, or even if he is 6'2", he has an uphill battle climb fighting 6'9" Tyson Fury with athleticism, 6'7" Deontay Wilder with athleticism. He has an uphill battle fighting those guys. Even though he got good feet, good hand speed, and all that, you got to have more. You got to have, can't throw the same. He can't throw the same combinations. He can't have the same rhythm that he moved with. And that's been the biggest issue with him. Same rhythmic movement. Same combination. That's the issue. He can't do that. He got to get on his toe. He got to do something different. Switch it up. Now he happens with, fighting and starting the habits in the gym and fighting the fights. So, Abel Sanchez, I think most people would agree with him. It sounds a little bit like hate because he was his former trainer. But he telling the truth. Most people would pick Wilder to put him flat on his back. And that's the honest truth. Even Andy Ruiz fans, know that. So it's going to be a uphill battle for Cuz. But he just got to stay in the gym and get better. Eddie said if he's not going to be committed, then, don't come here. So, don't come here. Don't come. So that's part of it. So, even if Eddie not with Eddie, man, still run no miles, still come in some type of condition, because most of these fighters come in camp out of condition. So most of the camp you working on condition. That's where 10, 12 week camps come in. Come in. Let's work on stamina, work on weight loss, and you come in 8 weeks. 5 of them 8 weeks is just cutting weight. It's hard to get stamina, cut weight, and improve skills. You come in camp in shape and on point, in some good shape, maybe not necessarily fighting shape, but at least good shape. Then we could work on tactics. I think most people would agree with him that he going to sleep. He going to sleep. He needs some milk. Most people would agree. Wilder put him, because of the high size and the height. And one thing about Wilder, he gonna come in some type of condition. That's what we know about Wilder. He gonna come in some type of condition. He gonna come in some type of shape. He got height, length under Andy. Most people think Andy beat him. Then when Wilder fight Andy, then the narrative gonna change. He beat him. So we know that's for most fighters, that's not like they gonna continue to move the pendulum. They're gonna continue to move the pendulum. So that's just the era that we in. Okay. So let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links description. Twitter's the fastest way. Then Facebook, then Instagram. Facebook group link there as well too. All my links there. You can reach out anytime. You got business question, inquiry, response to video requests. You want to make a financial donation? We got Venmo now. Venmo and Cash App at CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Appreciate the love support. Let me know in the comment section. Peace.